Hi all, welcome back. So welcome to GAN Factory. In our earlier class we have already discussed why we have to choose SAP ABAP, what is SAP ABAP, what is SAP. Also we have covered the first lecture of data dictionary. So today there is second lecture we will start. So in first lecture we have already covered what is the transaction code for data dictionary and all. So in today's class we will learn how to create a custom table. So we have to go to SE11 table, SE11 a transaction. Here we have to give any custom name. So let me give any custom table name. So as I told you, for any custom table we have to give name with which will start with Z or Y. So let's give any name like std_8. So this will be our database table name. Then we have to click a create button. So we will go get into inside. Here we have to give the table description. So suppose this table is for student data. Then we have to choose delivery class. We had already discussed what is delivery class, so let me quickly tell again. So delivery class is nothing but it will decide what type of data we are going to store. So student data is nothing but a master data because it is not getting changed frequently, so I am selecting this master data. I would request you to go through the previous classes if you want didn't get gone through it, and please drop us a email or drop or WhatsApp us or drop your comment if you are having any doubt. We will definitely get back to you. So these options I have already told, like if we want to maintain or display the data, we have to select this maintain display allowed. If we don't we want to maintain or display data through table maintenance generator I am talking about. And if we want to maintain or display data, if we choose this option, then it means it will only allow to display the data, but it will not allow to maintain the data. And if we choose the last option, it will not allow you to display or maintain your table data. Okay, so I am choosing this. We have already discussed what is primary key and foreign key in previous lecture, so let me give one field like student ID over here. So we will create a domain, so or data element. So we can create the data element from here, or we can create through SE11. Then we can assign that data element to here. So I am creating the data element from here. So I will request all the functional guys also. They will just try to create. Once they create, then only they can better understand. Okay. So I will suggest just go through each and everything whatever I am showing here. Then and at end of the training you will be able to write or debug or understand any code. Okay, so here I am giving some domain name like gstd_8 id. So when I double click here, it will ask to save me the table first. So we have to give the package and request. I will tell you what is this package and request in the coming lectures. So here it is telling like this data element is not exist. So do you want to create data element? Yes. So from here also we can create, or we can create through SE11. So we have to give some short description like it is student ID, and we have to create one domain also. So let me create one new domain, std_8 id domain. Okay, so it is not created. Okay, so as of now just save it. So as it is a new object, so it will again ask for package and tr. So the package and tr it will be asked for first time. This is for fresher. Okay, so here we can give different labels. I have already told in previous class why I have to give different label over here. So we can give any different labels so that based on the length it will display. Okay, when I press enter, it will automatically take some length. Okay, now I have created this data element, but before activating this we have to create a domain. So let me go to the domain. So here I have to give some description. So student ID we can give, and here I have to choose the data type. As in previous class I have already told, so we can choose any data type. Suppose I want to have some student ID as character plus number field, so I can choose this character and the length will be 4. Okay, so here you can see it is in new status. So once, until unless it is not activate, it we cannot use in this our class or in any data element. So it is new, so by this button we can activate this. So let me click here. If it is there any error, it will come, otherwise it will be activated. Or if it is there any warning, it will display a pop-up. So warning we can ignore, but there is no error or warning. So you can see object activated. Here also you can check it is activated. Now activate data element. So here you can see we have already activated the data element. Now go back. So here you can see the data element and the description has already come. Now quickly add the second field. So I am adding std name and I am using the existing data element. So either we can use any existing data element, or I can create my own data element, or I can use standard data element also. So it's again depends on the requirement why we have created the custom one here. So this is custom because we have started it with the Z. So why we have a custom used, because we want to learn how to create data element. That's simple. If we have any existing standard data element or domain also, we can use. There is no issue, but it should match our requirement. So let me save it. Now as I told, we have to have one primary key. So let me define this student ID as a primary key. So I have selected this checkbox. I have click on save. Okay, now I have to go to the technical setting. So here you can see, once I click here, we have to give the data class. I have already told what is data class. So here again we have to tell SAP which type of data we are going to store. So SAP will provide some specific space in the memory for our table, so that the data accessibility will be easy. And here we have to define the size category. It is nothing but we have to tell SAP how many records we are going to store in this particular table. So here we have to give range like from 0 to 12,000 or some, I mean more. So suppose I want only this, so I will select this and I will click on save button. Now so we have done everything. Now we have to activate this. So currently I have not assigned any foreign key and other things, which is optional. So once I click here, so here you can see all my inactive objects are coming, but I have to just activate this table. So I have selected this. So anyway it is selected by default, so your current object. So here some warnings are there, but I don't want to see the warnings. So you can see my table is activated. So now when I click here, we can see the content. So as of now I have not inserted. So in the next session I will tell how to insert, delete or update the data for any particular custom table, so that we can use using table maintenance generator. So for today, if you have any doubt, please reach me out anytime in any way. Again thank you for watching this. Okay, goodbye.